My name's Poulter. I'm a firefighter here at Ilkley Fire Station, and I've been involved in setting up the orchard here that we're here today to plant. How it kind of all started was one of those conversations down there in the Wetherspoons after drill night one night, and we've got kind of a big patch of land here, probably about the size of a football pitch, and we thought we need to do more with that. It's really kind of it's just a bit of grassland that is probably, for the contractors that do it, a bit of a pain to mow, and it was my idea to turn it into something where we could make it grow something and get something out of it. So it was my idea here to plant a community orchard. It was about 12 months ago, that conversation, and 12 months later we're here now planting it with the trees. A few things that have really helped us along the way. We managed to crowdfund it from the community. We had some ideas about doing maybe a car wash, but actually we thought we'd gauge the community and see if they wanted it and if they would be happy to put some money towards it. We reached £1,500 within the first 2 weeks of the crowdfunding link going live, which was really great. And I suppose that was our biggest boost, because once we got the money, the project was going ahead. But also there's other things that we've done to really kind of help us along our way. We've made links with Climate Action Ilkley, which has been absolutely crucial, because they've already got 2 other orchards here in Ilkley, and they've already done this before, so they've got that knowledge, they've got that expertise, they've got the links within the community to make this even more successful going forward. So we've engaged with them, and then we also engage with some businesses in the community. So we engaged with Moss & More, who's the local garden centre, and they've been able to help us secure the trees at trade price. Again, making that £1,500 go as far as possible has been one of my goals, really, because we can spend money, but actually what is this orchard about? It's about the trees and about the people, and actually if we can bring everyone together and get things donated and get things given in kind, that kind of really brings that buy-in to the orchard.
Hi there, so I'm Josh Abbey. I'm a firefighter here at Ilkley Fire Station. So we're here today planting trees in the community orchard we've got here at the station. So it started off with Ed sort of bringing it up as an idea, and I was sort of like, yeah, that's a good idea. Didn't really think much of it. I've not done this sort of thing before, or given it much thought really. But as the project gained more momentum, a lot more people got involved, and yeah, it sounded like a thing I wanted to get interested in and sort of behind really. So I think it'd be it's good for the local community, you know, get them involved in perhaps something they've not been involved in before. And just it's got a nice community feel down here today. A lot of people here that have never done this sort of thing before, bringing their families down, getting involved. I think it'll be good in the long term for sort of the local groups, food banks, that sort of thing. Cost of living crisis, times is quite hard, so just making use of the small patches of land that we can around the Ilkley area and here at the station. Plums, apples, that sort of thing, other fruit and food that we'll be growing. So it's just making use of the small patches of land and getting everyone involved, people perhaps that wouldn't do this sort of thing normally, and just enjoying it. Yeah, it's a nice community feel to it here today.
So in my mind, by having a community orchard, there's kind of some real benefits here. We're using a bit of land here that wasn't otherwise used for anything. We're making that into an edible environment. We're also bringing people back to where food comes from and around that engagement with nature and understanding that fruit comes seasonally, we can't get it all year round. Those food miles are really important as well. And then thirdly, in terms of West Yorkshire Fire and Rescue, it's around getting Ilkley Station better known in the community, bringing that people into link to understand that message around key fire safety, getting people to understand that there is a fire engine here, and also the work that we're doing here to make West Yorkshire a safer place to live. So in terms of going forward, kind of what are our plans? This is phase 1 really, getting the infrastructure into this land, getting the trees planted, getting some signage up. And then going forwards, what we're really hoping to do is kind of get a bit of a maintenance program going forward. So 4 times a year, we're going to get hopefully some volunteers down, we'll get a core group of volunteers, and they'll be there helping us to keep the area around the trees weed free, conducting the pruning, but also making use of the fruit. And there's loads of ideas around what we can do with the fruit. There's donations to schools, there's donations to food banks, there's getting the food and the fruit out when we've got school visits down at the fire station. But there's also other ways to get really creative, and in Otley there's a licensed pressing set up, and we can use them to help us make us apple juice, and we can sell that through an honesty box, charging some money, 50% to the firefighters charity and the other 50% coming back into the orchard to kind of keep things running on that day-to-day business. So that's great, and that's where we're trying to move from. There's a few big thanks we've got to say again to those who really helped this happen. So West Yorkshire Fire and Rescue for allowing us to do this, and that's great, and really being very supportive. We've got some big businesses that are giving us some large donations, so Pendle Sportswear and Spooners Industries, and then also those local businesses such as Moss and More that have helped us and kind of held our hand through in those tree selection and then getting those trees at that trade price for us. So a big thank you, and a big thank you to all the community as well.